So, what do you think about that then? About failing?
Oh, I can definitely relate to that. So well, so well. But yeah, I think it is absolutely part of success. You definitely have more learnings during failing. And if it was all success, would we be as interested in it if we didn't have the kind of the contrast to compare it with? Like, we know how much it sucks to fail. So without that feeling of failure, would the success be so sweet?
Well, that's interesting, because the thing I'm trying to do at the moment, the Potency World, is, so last time I was trying to change the world for the better for girls, actually, Nidhi. I failed primarily for three reasons. Number one, I didn't understand that my brain worked so very differently from other people. So this thing about dyslexic thinking has been added as a skill on LinkedIn. So I'm a dyslexic thinker, and honestly, you can tell the energy from another dyslexic thinker within a couple of minutes or so. And that was, so I didn't know. I just thought, well, if it's obvious to me, it must be obvious to them. Then next thing was, I was doing it voluntarily. So I had a series of strokes, and I was very, very ill, and I had this opportunity to volunteer in primary schools, and children at that age, they're just glowing bundles of energy, and it made me feel really good. So I didn't charge. I did it on my own as well. So I didn't have a team or anyone to support me. And so each time I faced a failure, because each school, so growth mindset, don't you, Nidhi? Growth mindset. Yeah. So between the first and the second school, I made 248 changes to materials. Between the second school and the third school, a further 150. And between the third and the fourth, in fact, actually, no, stayed around, that sort of thing. And then I realized that I wasn't getting enough of a view of the whole day, so I went into schools with a continual program, and that's when I noticed that everyone else seems to be, if a child falls over in the playground, any adult in the school would go to their aid, would comfort them, would, wipe the tear from under their eye, send them to the nurse or what have you. And in the same breath, they can turn around, and it's easy for me to perceive things from other perspectives. Someone who's 3 times the size of you going, sit down, pay attention, don't talk. That is standard. And it's literally that standard. Now, I know I've seen it a lot worse. Adults yelling at children, and it's because teachers are under such pressure. So, Nidhi, in your lecturing, how have the pressures affected you and your compatriots?
I'll be completely honest with you. No pressure can affect me, and that's because most of my motivation to stay in this work comes internally. So I'm passionate about teaching. So whenever I go in that seminar hall, it's all about that I want to make a difference. Now, obviously, this morning, I was writing my FHEA claim, and I was writing in there that I cannot teach the students if they are not willing to learn. But then obviously what I believe is that if they see that our teacher is passionate to teach us, we can make a difference. They just need to bring themselves in that classroom. I cannot go home to teach them, but if they come in my classroom, enter my classroom at 10 o'clock, and at 1 o'clock when they leave the classroom, they must have learned something new. And that onus is on me. I don't beat myself if that doesn't happen, but 17, 18 years in this profession now, I know that if they keep on hearing me for 3 hours, they will learn something, and it's my duty to make it happen.